되겠네. 응? 왔어? 응?
just a passive vacant past, and you still make me think of what we used to be. Maybe we're fine. I was just wrong.
뭐 먹어? 저는요?
얼굴이 빨개졌어. 난 모기가 맛있다. 옛날엔 부모가 말만 내리면
알려주면 안 되지.
내려줘도 되죠.
서울시